Everybody, it's Victus. Time for another Eden Run here. The Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Friday, Mosh Pit. Hope your Fridays are going great and heading on into the brand new weekend. What you got planned going on? What you got rocking and rolling this week? You playing video games? You playing some Isaac? You playing some EVE Online? I know I'm playing some EVE Online because I've been playing a lot of it on stream lately. But we are waiting for another video across 3,000 likes. However, we got ourselves a new spicy meme of the day here, brought to you by, I'm going to say, it's IHCIE. However you want to pronounce it, go for it. Now, there was Sin After Crooked Penny's huge play today. Look, it was a great play, okay? And by the way, they were talking about the Guppy episode, obviously, where we used the Crooked Penny to great extent, and it did get some points. I won't lie, it did get a little bit of traction, but don't worry, it's still on the bench just because we've had so many failures, more failures than wins. Let's put it that way. The Crooked Penny 8-0 Victor November Victor Tango 2-9. So before we get really going in this episode, I'm just going to talk about last week's question of the episode here, because there were lots and lots of responses. I simply asked about the 75% experiment. Did you take part in it? Was it watchable? And most people didn't take part, which is fine. It's not a huge deal. It's certainly not required viewing, and I stress that those of you who have been taking part of it ever since not yesterday, but last week. It's given us some good feedback. By us, I mean me and also my friend at YouTube. Basically, what we are finding is that people are getting videos from my channel actually recommended more. And as far as watch time is concerned, it is making a little bit of an impact on the watch time, obviously, because not everybody, but some people are watching it on 75%. Which is good. It's good. It's good feedback for basically what was essentially supposed to be like just a week-long experiment. And that sort of thing. Again, whenever I talk about stuff like that, please don't treat it like it's like oh, he's making us watch it this way. No, trust me. I wouldn't. I don't blame those who don't want to watch it on 75%. I've been telling people that I don't want to watch videos at 75%. So I'm certainly not going to be like, yo, you have to do this. There's no way to force people to do that anyway. But you know what I mean, though. It's not that big of a deal. It was for just a fun little experiment, and it did indeed improve some of the metrics for the channel temporarily. Now, if we end up doing that for a long time, then I can see how it would help growth a lot on YouTube. But I want to say thank you everyone who has been doing it and those of you who continue to do it. It's really awesome. Again, some people mentioned it's probably better for the Balatros series because there's not a whole lot of stuff moving around, and it's a little bit easier on the old ears. And again, I don't blame people for not wanting to watch it there. So please don't feel bad, and you certainly don't have to apologize. It's something that definitely helped out the channel, but gave good feedback. And thank you to those of you who did take part in it. I really appreciate it. Okay, nice little tears up here talking about this run. Would like to get some more damage if possible. Well, we get another tears rate upgrade. We have one bomb, so if we need to get a key, we absolutely can. Tears rate going to 4.73 is fantastic, of course. Also, hopefully my microphone levels are okay. The board that I use, the Rodecaster, it is the levels got a little bit the board got cleaned the other day, and I'm still kind of adjusting the mic levels. So hopefully it's not too loud or too soft. I didn't do a sound check, which is what a good YouTuber would do, but I am going to use a bomb here since we have two. Secret room may have been there. It's hard for me to really tell without seeing that other room, and I don't feel like coming back here. So we get a free bomb here with Best Friend. Obviously, we want to still get the Book of Shadows. The Book of Shadows is going to give us a very temporary but very good damage shield. And yeah, we'll go ahead and use the Book of Shadows in here now. Save ourselves half of a soul heart, and yeah. Good old curse rooms. Shot speed is on point, though. I gotta say that. Shot speed looking real good. Let's go check out this arcade. We can get a little bit of money. We might be able to get something out of the Demon Judgment. If we are going to play the Demon Judgment, it needs to be before we go into the Devil Deal. Reason being is because we probably, if we are going to get a Devil Deal, we probably are not going to have any red hearts to use on the Demon Judgment, and we can only then use it with the Book of Shadows. Which is not that big of a deal, but obviously I'd like to have the Book of Shadows for the boss. Wow, we got another Tinted Rock here too. So let's get a Soul Heart here. Oh no, it's a tough decision. I'm sitting here trying to figure out which would be the best. Do we use the Book of Shadows on the Demon Judgment? It's probably going to be our only course of action. Let's go fight the boss. Let's see what we get from the boss. Because if we get an HP upgrade, then all this is moot anyway. Especially if the Devil Deal is just terrible, like the last couple ones have been. I don't know. I don't know what's been going on with Devil Deals lately, man. Like it's been, I feel like it's been forever since we had a good Devil Deal. I decided to use the Book of Shadows here because I have a feeling that we're probably not going to get anything from the Devil Deal. I have no faith in Stanley right now. Movement speed is not great. 1.0 is certainly not like the best. And I take that back. We do get a very good Devil Deal here with the Pact, as well as the Mark. This is also going to give us 1/3 and then 2/3 Leviathan, actually. So take the Mark. It's going to give us a Soul Heart, and we'll take the Pact. It's going to give us 2 Soul Hearts, so it didn't really cost us a whole lot. I guess we'll take Little Steven. And another thing we could potentially do if we really wanted to, we could go into the boss trap room here. But that uses a lot of Soul Hearts here, and I don't think it's really worth it. The 2/3 Leviathan has got me pretty excited because that's going to be early flying if we end up getting anything that completes it. Like I'm talking like the Nail, I'm talking like Abba Dabba Ding Dong. I mean like the possibilities are endless. I would love to get a key here if possible, but we don't have a bomb. We could play 3 Skull Monty, I suppose. 550. Gonna be a little bit of time. Oh wait, so I take that back. There is no 3 Skull Monty. We might be able to play Judgment and then play, I guess, the Demon Judgment. I'm not sure. All I gotta do is just give us 1 key, and I'm fine with that. Okay, so we got our key. And before we end up going into we could play the Temperance Machine with our Soul Hearts and then, get to 15 cents. I do like the blanket. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to convert these Soul Hearts into money to get the blanket, which is going to give us a Soul Heart, but we need to make sure we go into... Or no, you know what? Let's play the Demon Judgment. The blanket is good. Don't get me wrong. Should have stuck to the plan. I should have just stayed on course there. Whipworm, like our shot speed's good. It's about to get better though. This is kind of what I was hoping for, though, was just to get a regular old HP upgrade, and then we can go back and actually play the Temperance Machine anyway to get the blanket. So it's kind of the reason why I wanted to do the Demon Judgment. This was only predicated on us actually getting an HP upgrade in here, which is pretty highly likelihood of doing so. Red Dingle is going to be charging a whole lot. We don't really care. Look at our DPS go, man, just smoking them. Absolutely yeeted. Okay, so let's go back here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to play the Temperance Machine for 2 hits, get to 15 cents, and then use the rest of our HP on the Demon Judgment. Bingo, bango, bongo. We got ourselves a Leviathan Transformation-O. I don't know why. I should have just played the Demon Judgment now, but we would have come back here to get this red heart anyway. So there we go. Get the blanket. It's going to give us a heal anyway. And a Soul Heart. And then we can go back over here and then play this Demon Judgment. We have ourselves... I mean, we could play the Temperance Machine too, but we already tapped the Demon Judgment, and we have the Book of Shadows, so yeah.
Judgment.
How mad I would have been if that was another Demon Judgment. I'm not doing this whole song and dance routine again here, Demon Judgment. You're going to give me a payout. And it's going to be good. These are things that are happening. 8 minutes and 42 seconds of floor 2 here. This is better be worth it. That's all I'm saying. Otherwise, you and your brethren, your kind, are going to meet the fuse end of a bomb very soon. Not great. I do like Whipworm being that fast here, so I'm just gonna take the half heart. I'm not gonna worry about playing it for 1 penny. So was it worth it? No. I mean, was it worth it for Blanket? Yes. The Blanket is very good. Giving us the Soul Heart and, of course, giving us the Holy Mantle effect is very, very helpful. Was it worth the time and possibly the boss rush that we're going to lose? No. No. Of course, we don't know what's inside of our boss rush yet, and we probably won't at this point. Good to know there's a sacrifice room there, but we can't really do anything with it. There's the Soul of Azazel here. Okay, we got a little bit of value there. I decided to use the Book of Shadows before we went in here just because I wanted to get at least one of the... We get a charge given back to us. If we get lucky, we might be able to get back through the bomb here. Teleport or... Guys, we have the Fortune and Chariot. Well, Chariot's going to work. Okay, so what we do is we drop the Chariot card. We grab the... well, we can use the Dagaz room now. And levers don't matter. Yeah, so what we can do is we can take the Chariot card, pick that up, walk out. There we go. So it didn't end up costing us anything. Just had to go check it out here. But yeah, I've been really, really, really enjoying going back to EVE Online. I've been streaming it a lot over the past week or so, and it's been really good. You know, I have that itch, that sort of that feeling that all gamers get whenever like you feel yourself being kind of absorbed by a game. It's like, oh man, like this is it. Like this is that feeling again, like getting excited about playing games, and you know, even if it's an old game, or in Eve's case, a very old game that I used to play, not a lot, mind you, because like again, and I'm not gonna go through the whole spiel again, but you know, essentially, I've always loved EVE Online. It's a game that like I kind of like check in with every now and then, every couple of years or so. But I always stop playing because I just have no one to play with. And, you know, if I had people to be playing with, I definitely would be playing a lot more. But they definitely seem like they've added a lot of more group content, especially PvE content, which has me excited. Because that is one thing I like doing, is going out and killing things and then selling the loot. I'll also say that the new player experience is so much better now. Way, way, way better than it used to be. I am going to go into this curse room, you know, and then we can use the stars card to get out. Kind of hoping there's going to be something good in there, but, you know, curse rooms. Curse rooms and Devil Deal is... I mean, the Devil Deal that we got on this run so far was pretty decent, but... on the whole, though, they've been kind of lacking. Curse rooms especially been lacking. I'm not going to deal with this. Now, you might be asking yourself, so what's going to be the best item for us to get right now? The absolute best item that we could get currently in our situation, Serpent's Kiss. Give me Serpent's Kiss. We got Book of Shadows. All we need to do is have one full charge. We run into things, they die. We get HP. It's GG there. Ares, I mean, okay, so people were talking about what to call the Ares and Serpent's Kiss combo, and a lot of people said the Black Mamba combo, which I do like. I think that's a pretty wicked name. Room's right there, by the way. Let's go. Let's see what's in the secret room. Let's see. Can we get something good in here? How did I know the secret room was there? Because that one with the turrets usually indicates that there's something there. I need to go back and get that half soul heart, I think. But I also might just be super lazy and just not. Which, don't do that. Don't do what Sinvicta does. I tell people that all the time. Don't be lazy. Don't play like me. Because if we lose this bone heart because of my unwillingness to go all the way across the map just to get a half soul heart, then that's on me. But there is a reason why I also don't want to go over there besides pure laziness. That's because I'm trying to make up the lost time that we lost from playing the Demon Judgment to maybe still have a off chance of getting the boss rush here. First lost, which we do. We do have a decent shot at getting it back. It's just gonna be close. This little charm there by Mom's Eyeshadow. I know that we skipped the shop on the last floor. Never trust this room because of that reason right there. Okay. Right. There's the east side of the map. It's in the south side. That green aura that you see around Isaac, that is Halitosis, aka Bad Breath. And all it does is just give you this poison aura that does a decent amount of damage. I mean, poison damage is not bad in Repentance. I wouldn't say it's the end-all be-all, of course, but, if Jupiter tells us anything, it's pretty dang good. Gonna grab the soul heart. Just grab this real quick. Rules card, thanks. Love it. Appreciate it. But unfortunately, if you poison things with halitosis, it's not going to give you a soul heart. As amazing as that would be, it just doesn't work like that, fortunately, and it's never worked like that. Okay, well, one thing that does work though is Invicta Navigation, as we all know. It is a staple. It's just like in Balatro, drawing three pairs every single time, man. Like I said it in a Balatro video and on stream, and I'll say it again. Drawing 3 pairs in Balatro is the equivalent of Sinvicta Navigation, which is doing full clears. I don't know how we do it. It defies all odds and logic. And maybe hurry. Yeah. Here. Okay, so I'm going to use the Book of Shadows just to get out, to save this half heart. Is that a big waste? I don't know if it's a big waste. I feel like we didn't. Did we go to the item room this floor? I don't think we did. But with Curse of Lost, it's going to be... And you get a little gish. Right. All right, Stanley, now's the time. You've been kind of screwing us lately. We need a bigger time play here. We got our Krampus tax taken care of. I want to trigger the people who have to worry about taxes coming up with the word tax, but trust me, your boy's in the thick of it as well, so I feel your pain. Yeah, didn't expect it. Okay, so we have 3 minutes to get into the boss rush room. Let's see if it's worth it. And again, we may be making ourselves, we might be making it harder on ourselves by going after boss rush in this fashion, because there are times where boss rush is just total garbage. And in fact, I would even say that most of the time boss rush is total garbage. There are just sometimes there's opportunity. Can I go? Thanks. There's opportunities sometimes in making boss rush worth it. If you get good spawns with your item room in the shop and it happens to be on the way to the boss, then I will make a prioritization to do so. On this particular case here in this run, I don't necessarily think that rushing to boss rush is the best strategy, but we've already committed to it, and I think that, and I hope that it will work and prove me wrong. You know, but I think we've skipped at least one. We've skipped one shop and one item room to do this. So in other words, we need to make sure we get some value out of this boss rush. So in other words, because we've already sort of sacrificed the sunk cost value into doing something like skipping out item rooms, skipping out on shops and stuff, then not getting the boss rush here is not an option. We have to. Is it the difference between life or death? I have no idea. You know, right now we're stabilized, but that's because our damage is decent and our tears rate is maxed. But it remains to be seen whether or not boss rush is going to be worth it. And then another sort of problem that's working against us is that we only have one bomb. And so we can't skip out of rooms like this that are designed to just waste your time when we really need to be clearing and headed towards boss rush. Because you got to remember, getting to mom is only half the battle. We also have to actually, you know, beat her with time to spare. I thought that knight over there was already still alive there, but apparently not. Okay, so is this the right way to go? I sure hope so. We have a lot of shot speed, so expect the Gaper turrets to just do stuff like that, where the physics just have no idea how it works and kind of lets it fly. Now, this is where Halitosis is really helping out with his AoE and certainly making quick work of these annoying rooms. If this is not the right way to go, then the boss rush stream is dead. Also, let's stop taking damage. We have just under a minute. Now wedging ourselves between mom's hand and the door here. So we get, just so not only do we have something to shoot, but also so we have something to poison. Trying to get some cheeky little damage there with the attack fly. There we go. No deal with the devil, 68%. Why would we? Yeah, give me the Polaroid. We do need the damage. I don't know, man. Uncle Holy Water's been really killing it lately. We will take Uncle Holy Water. And we ended up doing an almost full clear just to do that. So, you know, it is like Holy Water is great. Holy Water is definitely great. Is it skip an item room and shop great? Again, it remains to be seen, because there could have been a greed fight in that shop. That item room could have had something like Isaac's Heart or something that we wouldn't have taken anyway. So you just really never, there's no real tangible way to measure that unless if you know what you skipped. I swear Halitosis makes your hitbox bigger sometimes, man. Oh. Or it could have been chocolate milk, and you know, there you go. So I don't know if it was worth it or not. It doesn't seem like it was worth it right now, but like I said, you just never know. Now, one thing that might be worth it is playing the sacrifice room. Getting some value back off of this play would be beneficial to us. Absolutely love these fantastic upgraded shops. They're so good. They're so great. If we go for the sacrifice room play, it's gonna cost us a lot. Because not only is it going to cost us HP to do, but also keys to get those hearts. but we didn't get a double deal. And we need money and we need HP, so this is just what's happening. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to use the other red heart that we have before the bone heart goes away, and the bone heart is absolutely essential here. Heart, the heart up there that I can't reach. So yeah, the boss rush, and again, this goes back into the whole optional thing. Once you do boss rush, you never ever technically have to do it again. After getting the achievement or the sticky notes for the particular character. And it's always, the debate's always going to rage in terms of whether or not, is it worth it or not? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Those arguments to me are pointless, because it's like, yeah, sometimes you happen to get like a great boss rush, and it's like, oh man, all boss rushes are worth it. Other times you get stuff like, there's nothing in there, like farting baby is the best item, and you're like, oh, okay, so we never go to boss rush again. You can't paint stuff like that in broad strokes, right? Again, it's all about situational progression in a run. Does boss rush make sense? Is the potential item pool worth it to sacrifice all this time and all this effort, and in hopes of making your run improve a little bit, or maybe a lot of bit? You just don't know for sure. And and people get really gung-ho about, oh, see, we should never do boss rush, or oh, see, we should always do boss rush. It's just the sample size to me will never ever be high enough to be like make an absolute declaration. If you manage to complete boss rush, or at least, get there and get inside the door and get the extra item, your run is probably decent. It's probably not great, but it's probably decent enough. Like, this run is not great. We've got some good items. We also have some useless items. But I will say, on the whole, is boss rush going to make or break this run? Probably not, but we needed to get value out of skipping that item room and that shop. So there's a whole like ebb and flow of value versus sunk cost time for effort, and basically anything that we may have skipped. We could go roll. Once we get rid of this bone heart, it's over. Then we're pot committed. So if there's a way for us to get red hearts, we need to be doing it now. And the only way to do that is through the shop. Could get that fool's gold rock, which I might do. I have no idea where the secret room is. It might be south of the shop. Maybe. Very funny game. And no, you can't use the Book of Shadows to get into, or to tap the sack room. Would be nice, but make it a little bit too strong. So we're really committing to this sacrifice room play here, and again, this is one of those things where we got to get value here, because we have really sunk a lot of time into this. Hey, Pill, you're killing my buzz. You need to get away so I can actually see what tap we're on. You too. Get out of here. So we have a 33% chance for a random angel room item. We got, it was a Book of Revelations, which, with the full charge in the other rooms there, we might get a couple extra taps here. This is the Troll Bomb side, but there is no universe that exists that we don't take the Book of Shadows here. And we get 30 cents. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go back. We need to grab all the full hearts, or the full charges, to get the soul hearts from the Book of Revelations, come back and get the Book of Shadows. Or stick with the Book of Revelations. I guess technically there is a universe where we could stay with it. What was in here? Oh yeah, chocolate milk. No, we definitely don't need chocolate milk. The only thing that we really lose is the boss item on the next floor if we stick with the Book of Revelations. And we are kind of low, so if we get it, I mean, we're guaranteed a devil deal on the next floor, so I guess we'll stick with the Book of Revelations. I don't like sacrificing the boss item, but what can you do? I still think the Book of Shadows is the safer play, especially given like the fact that our damage is really not all that great. Although it's possible this fortune telling machine might change that. If we get a bunch of soul hearts here, then I will go back and get the Book of Shadows. That's better than both of them. Okay. The crystal ball comes out in the clutch here, which is great. We could go in the curse room, but nah. The crystal ball is going to give us full mapping and also the abilities. Hang on a second, adjusting myself in the chair here. It gives us the ability to get either a soul heart or a tarot card, which is really nice. Oh, holy water one. Ham and cheese on a taco biscuit ham bone in here. There's a Timothy rock up here. All rock. It gives us a movement speed down. I hate the movement speed down, but we need damage right now. Our shot speed is actually too high. I'm going to get rid of Whipworm. It's actually too high. I know that seems strange, but high shot speed in this game, especially with how clown physics work, is just a nightmare. In my opinion, is just not worth. After a certain point, anyway, it's just not worth it. So now we can use here's the interesting thing about the soul of Jacob and Hee-Haw. We can use that on a sacrifice room we have on the way to the boss. The only problem is that we don't know how much HP I have. So, and obviously Jacob and Hee-Haw are not going to have a whole lot of HP. So if we want to get the sacrifice room down to completion, I don't know. The soul heart definitely helps out. Secret room. It's usually to the left of here, but we've already been in it, so I know it's not there. I gotta say, shout out to Halitosis for really making it happen here. Okay, so Hee-Haw, let's see where Hee-Haw is. Probably should have picked up that heart. That was 3 free taps, basically, there. We did get the angel blessing, which is actually fine, because we, again, with Curse of the Unknown, we don't know how much HP we have to spend, especially with us taking damage. I think our HP, I know that we have 1 red heart, obviously, and then I think we have 4 soul hearts. An angel deal, which is fine. And angelic prism, and honestly, an eternal heart, that's probably the best thing that could have happened for us. Yeah, that was a good use of the soul of Jacob and Hee-Haw. And I was correct. We did have 4. Definitely would not mind some more HP here. Again, it's all about getting that value back that we used on not the last sacrifice room, but the previous one. You know, it was 30 cents. We used a lot of time and effort to try to get all those hearts. Didn't really get a whole lot, but this is the extension of that. Now it could possibly lead to us getting an HP upgrade or something that we not so desperately need, but something that could help us out. HP is fine. That's totally fine. We'll play this Rotten Beggar here. Get a couple of flies, but you know, for the Rotten Beggars and the Bomb Beggars, I wish that the upside was just a little bit more. We do get a Bone Heart, which is kind of nice. I don't know if the Rotten Beggar has a chance to pay out with the Beelzebub transformation, but that would be like the ultimate prize. That would make every Rotten Beggar super duper valuable. If you could get on like a 3% chance, or hell, even a 1% chance per tap that you could get the Beelzebub transformation, I'd play it all day, every day, bro. Seriously, like that would be incredible. We're gonna try to get some red hearts here for the Bone Hearts here. Bone Hearts are just as good as Soul Hearts right now. I mean, I'll take Rotten Hearts. Gives us more flies. Hey, come on. Go on with your bad self there, Rotten Beggar. I see you making the big time plays. Definitely an underutilized judgment from me. Rarely, I mean, very rarely do you ever see me play a Rotten Beggar. Normally don't take damage in this room. A little bit sad that I did. And kind of mad. And kind of hungry. Got a beautiful shortcut here with this secret room. Hopefully there's just a bunch of red hearts so we can fill up those bone hearts, or a greed fight. Okay, so we need to go back and get those bone hearts before we fight here, just in case we somehow get a devil deal. We probably won't. We can at least have more HP to play with. We say shout out to the Rotten Beggar for making some big time plays. It also use the bone hearts to go into and out of the curse room, but feels like a big waste. We could somehow turn these bone hearts and that rotten beggar play into devil deal items. That is supreme value right there. But we got to hold on to them though, so we can't take damage here. This is where the blanket comes back in to play, which all goes back to that first arcade that we played with the Temperance Machine and the Demon Judgment. So, you know, everything in Isaac is connected. It's just a matter of getting value where you can. And it's like the butterfly effect. You never know how one thing that you do in Isaac is going to lead to another. Thank you for those dudes out there who were telling me about, you know, how they grew out their hair, and you know, I was talking about how it's weird that I keep finding just like I'm shedding almost. Lots of people pointed out that it's mostly due to the fact that you just have longer hair and it's just more noticeable. You know, unless I'm going bald, which I'm not, thankfully. Luckily, the men in our family has very, very strong hair genes. Papa Victa, who's getting up there in age, he still has all of his hair. So, I mean, admittedly, his hair is getting thin, but that's what happens when you get old. And I didn't think that, like, I was losing my hair, like, that much. I felt like, I was like, man, like, I'm finding hair everywhere. Even when I comb it and brush it, when I get out of the shower. I haven't been using conditioner that much on my hair lately. And it's just because, like, it's not part of the routine, you know, like, it's not one of those things where I'm just like, I'm used to doing it. You know, I have this set routine whenever I shower, do everything the exact same way, you know, in the same order, that stuff. And And putting conditioner in the hair is not something that I've ever had to do. So that's a little bit foreign to me. I guess I'm lucky. I've never really had to take care of my hair, you know, because it's always been so short that I just haven't needed to really. I mean, I wash my hair. You know, I take plenty of showers. Some people would say I take too many showers, which might be true, but like I just like being clean. I don't know. And some people are gonna be, you shouldn't take you shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. Hey, how about you worry about your own showers? All right, I've been showering the same way for 90, 100 years now. I think I'm pretty much set. Now, some people say that you shouldn't wash your hair all the time because of your natural oils and this and that. It's like, all right, that's cool. I'm still gonna wash my hair though. I mean, like if I cook something that has like a particular smell in the kitchen, like I'm not just gonna rinse out my hair. Like I'm gonna wash it no matter what. Even if I took a shower, like, you know, like what, like 6 hours ago, something like that. All right, Glitch Crown. Let's see what you got. Okay. Those Aries. Definitely go Halo here. Or Luckfoot. It's now just occurring to me that we have 0 movement speed upgrades. I mean, technically we got 1, but we removed it with Small Rock. I want Sulfuric Acid. Aries wouldn't be bad because it is movement speed, but I want damage. Here we go Sharp Straw for sure. I know that Continuum is in there, but I'm just going to use the Crystal Ball for mapping, then we'll come back for Sharp Straw. And then obviously we're going for Tech 1 or Tech 0.5 here. Probably Tech 0.5. I think the Halo definitely would have helped out a lot. Not that we need help though, but I mean this run was all about talking about that actually hit us. This run was all about kind of showing the potential of you never know where one play is going to lie, and how one play turns into another play, and how one play turns into this. I mean, the butterfly effect is definitely the best title that we could have come up with for this run, because Isaac it's all about that, butterfly effect life, and we could not have started any further from Blue Baby here. Candy Apple, which is going to, or Candy Heart, I should say, which is going to give us a permanent stat up every time we heal for a red heart damage. Common Cold, which is going to give us more poison damage. Hey. Full clock. Now we're talking. Did he already die? Or no, he's right there. I see him. My God. We don't really want Eden's Blessing. I'll take the D6. Just no. All right, fine. We didn't need Eden's Blessing, but it's going to give us an extra item on tomorrow's run. But maybe we'll get something good. Very quick fuse there on the butt bomb from Umbo. So yeah, it's a good discussion on Isaac in the whole, and honestly the design of Isaac too. Like, you don't really see games that come out and give you such like a butterfly effect where one thing leads to another. It all goes back to the saying about that Ryan was talking about. We even talked about, like, I think yesterday, pulling on that thread that unravels the game's entire plan and makes something appear out of essentially nothing. You know, just one tiny little string, little piece of yarn that you unravel the problems that you have in a run. And it's you know, again, it's a testament to Isaac's design, and it's the reason why that not many other games can come close to it. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button, leave a comment down below. The question of the episode today is going to be, what's your take on the Isaac butterfly effect or string theory or whatever you want to, I don't know what kind of theory, the Isaac theory, where one thing leads to another and it leads to another. Have you guys seen any other games like that? Post them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your ideas about the cause and effect relationship with Isaac and items and stuff. All that kind of good stuff is really interesting discussion topics, and a lot of people have interesting views on it as well. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, and thank you everyone for liking, commenting, subscribing. Have a great start to your weekend, and as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Riley Schaefer, Fred, and Katoryu. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Sinvicta.